thousands of years ago and was believed to still be going on today. In order to praise him, they would sacrifice their children.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about Tom Hanks either, who is also a pedophile. Tom Hanks, folks, is a pedophile. There's this girl, Sarah Ruth Ashcraft, on Twitter, who has been accusing Tom Hanks of raping her when she was 13. Her dad sold her to Tom Hanks. She's been accusing him for months and months and months and months and months. He's never addressed it.
Tom Hanks had posted an Instagram picture a couple weeks back. It states, "Historic Route 66 roadkill? I hope not." This was a clear play on words to predict exactly how Isaac was going to be killed. It's no coincidence that he was suicided by jumping off of a bridge, as they say, and landing on a highway and being killed by a car.
The more you know, the more sick it gets. Do you hear these cannibals? Yeah, there is cannibalism. Look into Marina Abramovich. If you're just getting started with this stuff, look into Marina Abramovich.
The person he is referring to is extremely high up in the industry and associated with many famous celebrities. It's clear as day that what she is doing is satanic.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go.
In modern football, the role of the defensive midfielder has become hugely important.
Talking of which, Claude Makelele, the battery in the watch.
Yeah, and fittingly, a lot of pundits refer to it as the Makelele role now, such as his influence playing that position.
Oh, it's McManaman. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Shifted it to the flank. And this is Drogba. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Dembele. Played out wide. And here's Dembele. Dembele! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
You just know there is no stopping that.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Number 15.
BT Pathum United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, it's McManaman. McManaman going face-to-face with his great rival. Big chance! Sticks it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
After 10 minutes.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
BT Pathum United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
It's a throw-in. Now it's Goulet. Can he get on the end of this? Bellingham goes looking wide. Toure looking to run onto it. And here's Mbappe. Oh, it's a great ball here. Chance, surely! And that would have been some goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Now it's Goulet. And this is Zola. And Zola! And that's another throw. Goulet. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. That's Dembele. Alexander-Arnold. And he's picked out the run. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold has it in a wide position. It's a goal kick. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Makelele plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Zola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rijkaard, that's an imaginative pass. He's found a way through. Oh, it's played into the area. Thuram is there. He's having a shot! And he hits the net. And again they hit the front. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, that pass isn't the best. Makelele. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Shevchenko. Brilliantly cut out. Decent chance! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That was easy, almost too easy.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now it's McManaman. Oh, he's played it in low. Bellingham. It's a really well-measured ball. Great vision. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably. Yaya Toure. No luck with that dink over the top. Chiellini gets it away. Pirlo. Shevchenko. Distributed tidily. Played back in. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Pirlo is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for Shevchenko! And the ball's come loose here. Well-timed, excellent interception, quality ball. Yaya Toure
has been indicated.
Mbappe, who's set up one goal so far. Looking to play him in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, it's come loose. And this is Zola. BG Pathum United. And there's the end of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Of the crowd, I'd like
What a
to
good
ask you
half.
to join
They've
me
gone
in
blow for
wishing our
blow,
birthday
and it's
boy
2-2.
a very special birthday.
BG Pathum United get the second half started. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable... Takes the shot! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Robertson. Now it's Mbappe. Makalele does well to get it back. Goulet has found the net here, of course. Arda Goulet. That has been cut short. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Mbappe might just make this. Mbappe! In towards the back stick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Nicely weighted ball. Shevchenko showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Dembele. Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Just eases him off the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose. Oh, shooting chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Dembele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Pass somewhat off target. So what can they make of this? And it's Pirlo. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Drogba. Bellingham. And here's Dembele. Tries to play it through. Out for a throw. Makaleli. Pirlo. Zola. Thuram makes the interception. Goulet. Not the most accurate pass. Chiellini. Zanetti. Solar. He's gone for goal! And he's done very well to deal with it.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. And he thumps it clear. Pirlo. Zola is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
BG Patham United really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Rijkaard. And it's Pirlo. And this is Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! This time, surely! No mistake! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Mbappe.
So, time for changes on
15,
both sides, actually.
Dembele.
So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Rashford.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Substitution.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. There's the shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
And they're quick to get it back. Just 5 minutes left. Eze, Mohamed Salah. Can he get it through? And they've got rid.
2 added
Robertson.
minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. That looks a good cross. Thuram cuts it out. And that will be the final act. Liverpool can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Your final thoughts, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win, and I think everything was just a letdown because of that.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Arsenal have opted for a 3-5-2 here, Jim.
It's a setup that's been enjoying quite a renaissance in recent times, and one that complements the counter-attack very nicely, with two strikers, two wing-backs, and potentially two runners from central midfield. You can understand its attraction because it really can get the numbers into the opposition's box, and equally, it can get the numbers back into your own.
Pelé stood his ground strongly. Andrew Cole, Jim, is surely one of the finest strikers of his generation, isn't he?
Well, his numbers, Peter, in league football would certainly suggest as much. Perhaps his lack of success at international level means he's sometimes overlooked, but I would take him over most.
And when you look at the rate at which he did score goals over the course of his career, it's pretty hard to argue with that.
Shot a goal! Superb goal! Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Liverpool are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now it's Palmer. He's got away. Now here's the climbs up big. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Neatly clipped into space. Decent chance! It's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now it's Mbappe. Pelé. Palmer picks it up out wide. Oh, what a climb! Well, keep trying, and eventually it might come off.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Rijkaard. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Pelé cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Schmeichel deals with that nice and simple. Cole. No, that's been intercepted. Nicely aimed pass. Now, can they get him all? Chance for a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And that has left him in a heap. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Palmer. Oh, super find. Cole. And the shot! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Bullets constantly looking for the ball into the box. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Pelé. Can he get it through? Can he finish? Same again, same outcome.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Drogba. Floated through. Cleared without hesitation. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Mbappe has found the net here, of course. And he cuts out the supply. Aims beyond the defence. Cross into the box. Rice. Pelé. Palmer.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Mbappe.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Picked out brilliantly. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. He's gone for goal. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Rice. Cole. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. And the first half is done. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break. All square. So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. Liverpool get the ball rolling for the second period. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Great ball, and he's in here. And he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Referee's given a throw. Pelé, and he's had it nicked away. Tries to play it through. Saka! Well, now it's a race. In he goes again! It goes to show he is human after all.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Rice. Pelé. And it's Bellingham. Knocks it into space. Saka is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Calafiori, and he's managed to get free. Aimed into what he rises! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Robertson. Yaya Toure is always scanning the pitch for targets. Hullet. Palmer. Out to the right. Palmer gets into a good position. He is through here. Big chance! Goal! Arsenal! And they get themselves in front! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Arsenal go into the lead. Rice, unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. And here's Szoboszlai. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And here's Palmer. Nicely aimed pass. Great vision. Robertson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. And it's Palmer, looking here to chip it through. And it's been given away. Szoboszlai tries a cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And here's Saka, and he's found a way past. Saka purring through the gears. He's had it taken off him. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Arsenal have their second corner now. They've played it short. And he lines up a cross.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Dembele. Liverpool must do something here, and very quickly.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Liverpool needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Palmer. Can he get on the end of this? Van Dijk cuts it out.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
That is good alertness. Saka is offering some sort of an apology there. Can he finish? They've scored! We thought it was over. It's all square once more. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
All square again. Great chance! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up.
And that will be the final act. Liverpool perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defending. So I'd expect him to have some of that cutting edge in the team, making himself a great option when they've got possession.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Eze! Well, there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Out towards the flank. Goes for a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Eze just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Looking for a runner. Oh, that's clever. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That's the throw. And here's Dembele. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Ferdinand is there, and he can get that clear.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Knocks it out wide. And here's Dembele. Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. And that should get the job done. Knocks it into space. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Cleared away. And that is expertly dealt with. Liverpool are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Eze, Chelsea look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing.
Just the goal. Takes a shot! He's delivered all right! First blood drawn. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Chelsea have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And he's a chance for a shot! It's a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Shapes to shoot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Now it's Drogba. Yaya Toure is the team's great visionary. Great run on the overlap here. Crosses it in here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Dembele. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! And the comeback is complete. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Liverpool have scored 2 quick goals here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. That's been cut out, well played. Takes the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that's been won straight back. Kimmich. No, that's been intercepted. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Now it's Kimmich. Robertson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And smartly reclaimed. Rijkaard. Bellingham. Can he get onto this? Kimmich did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that has been clubbed away. Alexander-Arnold. Up towards the front line. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Liverpool head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. Here we go again. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Robertson. He's a sharp little ball here. Kimmich. Now it's Torres. Passing is crisp and sharp. Good ball, good take. And a chance! Yaya Toure. Now it's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. And that's the keeper's ball.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And the pass is intercepted. And here's Mbappe. Strong running down that left flank. It's a mighty effort! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Nicely worked. Eze. Eze was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Played back in. Look at the space here. There's the shot! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Liverpool blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
It's Dembele! They've done it! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Liverpool are having a ball here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he was alert to it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Mbappe is having a shot! And he hits the net! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Number 11,
Liverpool are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Tries to play it through. He's in it. Mbappe. And the keeper's done brilliantly to thwart him.
I just thought he showed a little too much of it to the keeper, but I think he read the situation very well.
Schmeichel did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He has found the way through. And the cross comes in. And it's claimed by the keeper.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Cafu. Can he get it through? Now it's Mbappe. The ball goes in. Dembele. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Kimmich. Vieira. David Villa now looking to orchestrate a counter, and he was quick to react. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Torres gets into a good position. Rijkaard. Yaya Toure.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, played through for the wide man. And no, that was never going to make it. Van Dijk. Great vision. Picked out brilliantly. Real chance! It's there! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
That's at the end. Liverpool have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Dembele, happy to bask in the accolades from all around. The stage most certainly his.
And now,
So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Edwin van der Sar, such a calm, composed keeper.
He is one of the first sweeper keepers, Peter, because his feet are almost as good.
Oh, what a climb! In for the pieces! Deftly out wide.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Cannavaro gets over and intercepts.
Osimhen really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
A terrific header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Liverpool with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Rudiger with the clearance. Crosses it in. Cleared away. And the shot! And that is doing no harm at all. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
The most accurate pass. Messi. Bellingham. Oh, and the shot! And he's done it! There is the breakthrough! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Nigeria are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Liverpool are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Can he get it through? Can he finish? It's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Somewhat off target. And now they can spring out of defence. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Rijkaard does well to get it back. And this is Drogba. Drogba was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Yamal. And it's Alexander-Arnold.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Alexander-Arnold. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Yamal. He gets big. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Osimhen clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Dembele is herring after that one. Engages and forces him off the ball. Mbappe! Rodri. Yamal. Alexander climbs up big! No, not the best of headers. Rudiger makes the interception. Messi. Here's Rodri. And it's Mendes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Dembele receives it in a wide position. Oh, that was vital. Camavinga pokes it out wide. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Looking for the run. Cross into the box. Liverpool looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Tries to play it through. Dembele could try cutting inside here. Oh, it's gone in!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Liverpool got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. Gets a good foot in there. It's a promising run he's making on the right. He's got away. And he shoots! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Foot in.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rodri. Oh, it's Dembele. That has not gone well. Threads one in. Oh, played through for the wide man. Nuno Mendes. And it's Messi. Some resolute defending there. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Liverpool very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. There's the start of the second half. Alexander-Arnold. Nigeria looking to pass their way through. He won't be happy with that one. Yamal looking to get on the end of this. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. Yaya Toure. And again they run up against stubborn defending. And this is Drogba. Now, can they get him away? And this is Dembele. He's found a way. And the finish! Just cruising! They are cruising! Just cruising! They are cruising! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
It's become a case of men against boys. Osimhen! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
Bellingham. Drogba.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well timed, excellent interception.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Messi. Now it's Yamal. Oh, perfectly measured that. Danger averted for now. Quarter of an hour into the second half. And it's Messi. Very nicely done. That has ended up in no man's land. Dembele was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And a chance! And yes, it's there! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Mbappe tries to pass it through. And this is Yaya Toure. And Yaya Toure! He has done it! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Number 42, Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
And if you do have a chance today, please take some time out to give your support to our Better Stadium Fund.